Discuss about DHCP theoretically. What is DHCP server? What is DHCP relay? What is DHCP client? What is DORA process? We discuss all these theoretically. Now we will perform the lab. For lab, we will use such type of topology. Here, this side I have a client. Okay, this is my LAN, and this is my WAN side. And somewhere in DMZ we have a DHCP server. But first I will make this Palo Alto firewall as a DHCP client, and then I will make this Palo Alto firewall as a DHCP server. Then we will use this DHCP server, and Palo Alto will play a role of a DHCP relay agent. So this is our topology. What we need, definitely we need to create three zones, because we have three zones: outside, inside, and DMZ. Then we will assign interfaces to these zone. Okay. Second thing, third thing, definitely we need a routing detail, which we normally do. Then we need a netpad to be configured. We will configure this. And then we need a security policy to allow the traffic between inside and outside, and inside DMZ. Okay. And also DMZ to outside if you want to allow them. Then we will configure Palo Alto Firewall as a client, and DHCP server and DHCP relay agent. So I already create a policy. I already created a topology. Just I plug them. Nothing has been assigned because it take time to boot. So that's why, just for the to save some time, that's why I just connected. So Palo Alto Firewall is connected management, and Ethernet one is connected to internet. So I will use this interface both for management as well and for the internet as well. And this side we have, let me type 192.168.114.0 subnet. So this side we are using this subnet. This is my net subnet. So definitely this is, and also this subnet is for management as well, because I'm connected same. Next, inside we will use any subnet. It's up to you. So let's use one. Inside we will use one, and let me duplicate, and we will use for DMZ 2. Okay, so let me make this as a 2. So these are our three subnet. Okay, DHCP server is up to you which IP you want to assign. Suppose 2.1, the first IP to assign to DHCP server. We will use this later on, but at least we need to assign the IP. All these three interfaces we will assign IP 100, 2.100, 114.100, and 1.100 we will assign. And these are our some client. They will get DHCP from IP address automatically from DHCP server. Let me start this one. Okay, so now this is the scenario. Nothing more is configured. And if you want, let me do one thing. So this is my inside. Okay, this is inside, and this is outside, and definitely this is DMZ. Okay, so this is our small topology to use. So let me click on this and go to, so my IP is 192.168.114.135. Either you can log in, admin, password is admin. Okay, by default enter old password admin, enter new password abc@12345, abc@12345. Okay, now I'm logging and I change the password. Keep in mind, show interface management to find out your IP address. So this is 135. Let me close this one, I don't need, and let me go here, https 192.168.114.135. Okay, click on advanced, proceed unsafe. Okay, and admin password is abc@12345. Okay, so let me log in because I just changed the password. A new version you have to change the password first time. but in version 9 and onward you don't need to do anything. You can use the old password. Because it's a new one, it will show you this prompt, so no need, just close it. Okay, and remind me later, it will ask you something to pop up. Okay, so I'm logging through console CLI and also through web. These are showing admin. Okay, so what I need to do first, I need to create, go to object. Okay, network, sorry, let me create zone first. So let me create 3 zones. Click on zone and then add. One is inside. Okay, and this is layer 3. We already discussed this one. So my inside is created. Now click on outside and change the type to layer 3. So outside, and now click DMZ. I have 3 zone, so I created 3 zone. Done. Now what I need to do, I need to create one interface management. Interface management a bit later we will discuss. Interface management, click on network interface management and create one interface management, suppose allowed ping, so that at least we can ping them. Okay, and okay. Two thing, now we can go to interfaces. Okay, and now which interface you are using? So one is used for outside, two is used for DMZ, and three is used for inside. So one is for outside. Click on interface 1/1, just say connected to internet, so at least we know this is a command. And interface type just change to layer 3. Okay, and virtual route we will use the default one, and security zone we already created, so this is an outside zone. Now coming to IP address, here what I can do, I can make this firewall as a DHCP client. This TCP client. That's why I told you a firewall can be configured in 3 different ways. If I want, I can make them as a DHCP client and it will get automatically IP address from outside. And let me go to advanced and attach that management profile so that at least we can ping them. And now I configure this interface as a DHCP client. When you click, it will get the IP and you can renew and release. Let me commit the changes, then it will get. So this is to make Palo Alto firewall as a DHCP client, because my 1/1 interface is connected to ISP. And suppose your ISP is giving a DHCP IP, you can configure them as a DHCP client. So I configure 1/1 as a DHCP client just to show you that you can configure Palo Alto firewall as a DHCP client, as a DHCP server, and as a DHCP relay agent. So it's saved now. If I see, it will get IP. So after a while, it will get the IP automatically from 114 range, because we are connected to that 44 range. Let me click now, it will show you now. So I configure Palo Alto firewall interface 1/1 as a DHCP client interface. And now let's see it showing us which IP it get. Then we will make them static anyway, just to show you that. So it say that the IP address is 139. Okay, and it's git gateway as well. You know, DHCP can give you many things: DNS detail, primary WAN server, secondary WAN server, secondary, and so means POP3 server, look at SMTP server, DNS local domain, and DHCP option. These are the option. There is from 0 to 254 option, which can be configured extra thing. Okay, and you can release the IP and you can renew the IP. Okay, so we make this interface as a DHCP client. Anyway, it's up and hopefully it will work if you ping. So definitely it will ping their gateway and their every detail. But anyway, let me make them as a IP4 and make them static, and click on this one, 192.168.114.100, and 24 is the subnet mask. Okay, so I make them as a static IP just to show you that it can be configured as a DHCP client. This the IP. Now 1/2 is this one, so 2.100, which we decide. So click on this one and choose this one, connected to DMZ, and interface type is definitely layer 3. And what else we need? Virtual route we will use default one, and zone is DMZ. IPv4 we decide 192.168.2.100.24. Okay, and for the ping purpose go to advanced and attach that ping profile. Okay, so this is 2.100 DMZ, this one. And now the last one is inside. Click on 1/3 and choose here connected to LAN. Okay, change the interface type which we discussed already, and choose the default route and choose inside. Go to IP4 and 192.168.1.100.24. This is our LAN subnet which we decide, and choose from here ping. Okay, so 1.100, 114.100 and 2.100 we assign to these three interfaces, and we put them in a security zone inside DMZ and outside. Two things are done. Now we need a virtual route. So go to default, click, already we will use this one. Go to static route, click on add and say default, whatever name you want to give them. It doesn't mean anything, it can be. And choose the interface. So outside interface is this one, 1/1. Okay, and next IP 192.168.114.2. I already mentioned this is 114 is our next hop IP. Think about like this is the ISP IP, public IP. So I give them this one, and here I will mention anything because I want to configure default route, and okay. So default route is done. Two thing is done. Three thing. Okay, now we need a net rule. So go to policy and click on net rule and click, because I want that these user can access internet. So for that purpose we discuss net, yeah. So inside to outside, I give them this name and go to original packet. So original packet will come from inside and they will go to outside. For any interface, anything source you can mention as well. Source can be 192.168.1.0.24. You can mention like this to more specific, because this is our LAN subnet, yeah, 192.168.1.0, and translate them to dynamic IP. And port means I want to configure PAT. Interface IP, which interface? 1/1, the outside interface, this one. Okay, and the outside interface IP is this one, 114.100. We just configure, and that's it. So I configure source net just for the inside, not for the DMZ. I don't need DMZ right now. Then I need a security rule to allow. We already discussed security rule, so I will say inside to outside, and source is the source will be inside, and if you want to mention, is better to mention 192.168.1.0.24. Anyone from this range. User can be any, and source devices we don't care. They want to go to where? Outside. For anything we don't need. Application is anything. Service we already discussed, and action is allowed. I want to allow everything. So this for test purpose I allowed this one. This is also done. So the basic configuration is done. Now our main topic will start. And our main topic will start. Go to network and there is a DHCP server. When you click, so there are two tabs, DHCP server and DHCP relay. You can make, so DHCP relay we will do a bit later. Right now I want to make this firewall as a DHCP server to provide IPs on 1/3 interfaces to all these users. So what I need to do, click on add and give them any, oh sorry, to choose the interface, on which interface it will give the IP 1/3, this one, keep in mind. So choose here 1/3. Now they say auto mode or which mode you want to do. I say just enable them. Enable DHCP on port 1/3 where my LAN is connected. Now they say lease time, for how long the IP should be given. Then they say that should I ping the system before allocating IP? This is for this purpose. Maybe this IP is already given to someone, so it will ping the system. So if you want to ping means packet internet group or ping and then assign a new IP. Maybe that IP has been already reserved or something. So you can choose this one. And if you choose, you will see the ping command when you Wireshark and capture the packet. Now lease unlimited or timeout. How many days, how many hour, and how many minute. For how long you want to allocate the IP address to the client. Anyway, for test purpose, I say unlimited time. This is the IP pool where they will assign the IP. So I say 192.168 1 dot suppose 200 and 192.168 1.254. So I say start the IP range from 1.202 and assign till 254. And you can create and you can add a new pool as well. And you can add and you can up and down. It's up to you. You can create many pool if you want. Here this is for reservation purpose. Maybe you want to this system to always assign a specific IP. Copy the MAC address of this system and put them here. Suppose if I click on this one and get the MAC address of this, so test 123. So I need this window MAC address. If I want to reserve the IP address, that always give this IP. So for that purpose, I need the MAC address of this system to reserve the IP to this system. So if I go to interface and this the interface, so MAC address is this one. So let me copy from here, get MAC, okay, which MAC address is 00701, this one. So let me mark this one, enter to copy, and I can come here. So MAC address is in this range, okay. After 2 there will be dot because it's different in everywhere. So the reserve address, suppose you say 192.168. My range is starting from which one? 200. But anyway, let me give them 1.10 suppose. And MAC address, just copy the MAC address here. But the MAC address should be ENCORE. And every device is changing the format. It's 12 digits and 48-bit MAC address. So I make them like this one. And description I will say our Windows 7. Windows Windows 7. Suppose anything you can give them. So I reserve that always assign 1.10 to this MAC address. So you can do reservation as well for to assign, like maybe you have some system to assign them always the same IP. Then there is an option tab. They say gateway. Which gateway to assign? 192.168 1.100, which is our interface IP, this one, this 1/3 IP. Then subnet mask, definitely 255.255.255.0. Primary DNS, I say assign 888, and then secondary DNS, suppose 1.1.1. If you want to assign WAN server, secondary WAN server, primary NIS server, primary NTP server, secondary NTP server, POP3, SMTP, and DNS domain name, suppose you want, suppose test.com. And so many things can be assigned using this one. And these are the options which I was talking about. There are options from 1 to 254. Yeah, 1 to 254 option, and these option is for specific purpose for NTP, FTP, SMTP, DNS, route. So many things can be configured, and assign many things using this one. Like 151 is for option 151 is for, I believe, for what is called TFTP. So if you want to assign TFTP IP, choose here, give them any name and add them. And this way, DHCP will assign gateway, subnet mask, DNS, and then they will assign TFTP as well. So if you need more control and more thing, and okay, so my DHCP is ready, this one, which will give IP on /1/3 interface, and this is enable, and these are the option which I configure. Least time unlimited, IP address, gateway, and right now nothing has been allocated because there is nothing, I did not yet save. So click on commit and save the changes to see the and check them. So now let's go to, okay, okay, just 1 minute, let me go to remote desktop and connect back to the system. For some reason it's disconnected. Okay, so it's done. Now I need to commit the changes, so click commit and commit the changes. Okay, before it commit the changes, why not let Wireshark here, okay, on 0/0 interface, either this one 1/3 interface. So right click and go to capture, and which interface, E1/3, just to show you those DORA process which I was talking about. So I can show you that DORA process. Here I will say DHCP packet only. So only DHCP, yeah, right now no system is on, and also, so let's see now. Okay, so if we is commit change is okay now. Now you will see DORA process from here, DHCP. Okay, what can I do? My system, this system, by the way, it has to get the IP address now, the client machine. So for client machine, what I can do, I can go to ipconfig and /release. Okay, it will release, either disable and enable the interface, this one. It's up to you which thing you want to use. So when you release and renew, so it will get the IP address. Okay, and also another thing, why not on this system as well? Okay, so let me on this system, and we will capture the packet from there as well. So we already commit the changes. Yeah, it's done. Okay, so still I cannot see the packet. Let me on this system. Okay, and what I need to do, type IP DHCP here. It will show you DORA. Look at DORA, discover, offer, request, and acknowledgement, and it's get 200 IP. And if you see here, so this was, source is 00, broadcast, DHCP. First packet is discover, then offer, then request, and then acknowledgement. Okay, and if you want to see the port number, so look at MAC address is FFF. Okay, destination is 255.255, and these are the source port. Source port is 68, and port number is, destination port is 67, and this is user datagram protocol. User datagram protocol means UDP, and this is DHCP discover packet. And the packet size, which I told you, you can verify the packet size here, 4096 length, 342, and 406 and 342. This is the maximum size of this packet. Okay, so let me make them like this. So this is client request, this is the server agent, and this is the MAC address, and so on. So many detail, but I just want to show you how DHCP can be configured, not going in more detail of how DHCP is working. Okay, so in this way, this system use DORA process and get the IP address. If you want to use another system, click on the other system, okay, and use this one, okay, and type IP DHCP. Again it will use DORA process and it will get the IP. So again discover, offer, request and acknowledgement, and hopefully it get 201. Now coming to the reserve IP, why this system not get IP address? So let's see, it has to get 10 IP. Okay, so this one is stuck anyway. We can see from here that it get the IP, and also we see the DORA process, the that how it. Okay, it will go to internet as well. You know, if I say show IP, so you will see it get the IP address, it get the gateway as well, it get two DNS we configure, it get DHCP which is our LAN IP. This the DHCP lease because we give them unlimited, and look at this, the domain name test.com which I give there. This the MAC address and these the detail. It means I can reach to 888. First packet is dropped and then now I can go outside. Even though if I ping yahoo.com, it has to work. Okay, I can reach to yahoo.com and I can verify from here. Go to monitor and go to session browse, and from session browse we will see the traffic which send. Yeah, so the traffic is going to DNS. Okay, and also Yahoo. So if you ping them again, so we will see the traffic. If you refresh, so Yahoo, this one ping, so we are sending packet, and where we are sending packet, from here you will see the Yahoo detail and everything. So it's working and get IP, and also it's going without any restriction to internet because we already allowed the policy and everything. Okay, so it's working. Beside this one, I need to reopen because I released the IP and we just need to check. Either it's better to stop and start again. Okay, but anyway, we can test this one later on, and let me close this Wireshark. And the same way here, how we can verify. So when you go to network where we create a DHCP server, click here, view a location. So two user has been assigned. One is reserved, which we reserve this MAC address to assign one, but two user. If you make them third user as well, let me start this user and open. So it will get IP DHCP, get the IP through DHCP. Okay, so DORA, and hopefully it will get the IPS. And if I come back here and let me close and reopen, so it will show the third person IP. Yeah, so VPC1, VPC2 and 3 system, they get 202 and 200. So these three are the MAC address, their host name, and this the status. This one is reserved and this one has been assigned, and this is the least time which they assign it. So you can verify from here. Also you can verify and test from CLI as well. If you want to check, so you can use CLI as well to see. So this is how to configure DHCP server. Okay, so this is the DHCP server. Let me see if we left something. No, so it's okay, and we tested and everything is working, internet and everything is properly working.